Hello, viewers. Just a little afterthought reclining here in sunny Sydney, Australia, on my time during breaks at work because I'm a night shift worker. So, I sleep in the daytime and relax around during the day. It's very interesting and different lifestyle, but it suits me. I just wanted to make a footnote here on what I call civil obedience and I would say respect for the law, or law enforcement officers and people of that nature. It actually goes a long way. You'll be surprised. Forget about skin colours. I once had a brief communication with a well-known African American sports person, and he said that same thing. He said, don't worry about skin colours and things like that. That's really a distraction. When it comes to dealing with people, you can, if you look beyond that, if you're respectful and obedient, that goes a really long way, an extremely long way. I don't know whether you've had any involvement with, police or, law enforcement, but there's something that is talked about here in Australia in that regard. It's called the attitude test. So it's kind of an unwritten law of policing that if you pass the attitude test, then quite often they will disregard a lot of minor things. If you give them an attitude, straight away you're getting yourself into a whole mess of problems. So best not to even go down that path. Even with parking cops, and people like that, security, mall cops, whatever you call them over there, if they've got an issue with you, just comply. Give them the thumbs up and a smile. If you've got a gold tooth, that'll help as well. So yeah, it's just simply be respectful and be compliant. Just answer the questions. Try not to get angry and upset and get ahead of yourself with what's going on. Try not to have sort of this suspicious or disrespectful persona, or kind of like paranoid or something like that, or you've got this idea that police are out to get you, or the authorities are out to get you, because that looks suspicious. It arouses suspicion. So practice good civil obedience. Just listen to what they say, comply with it. It's just that simple. It's an easy thing to do, and it's the best thing to do. Trust me. I've been in the situation myself where I've been pulled over. We have random testing here in Australia for things like blood alcohol when you're driving, and you will randomly be pulled over by police and questioned. Legally, you actually, in this jurisdiction, you are legally required to provide your name, your address. I think that's the bare minimum. So name and address. Like in the armed forces, name, rank, and serial number. That's kind of a legal obligation. Beyond that point, normally you don't have to answer questions, but certainly, just to be compliant, you can give your name and your address. There shouldn't be an issue with doing that. I always say that if you've done nothing wrong, you've got nothing wrong to hide. So yeah, it's just a word of advice, basically, and from practical experience, it does work. Yes, I have travelled overseas. Yes, there are multicultural people. Well, I mean, we have a multicultural society, so I'm not just dealing with people from my own ethnic or racial group when I'm dealing with people in all walks of life. Whether I'm dealing with a customer in a hospitality setting, or whether I'm dealing with a law enforcement person. I'll encounter people from all racial and cultural backgrounds, and I don't treat them any differently, and I don't think you should either. Just treat them as human beings. Treat them with respect, because we all want to be treated with respect. we don't want to have to put up with attitude and disrespect, you know. So flies, you know, it's that time of the year here. So yeah, so all the best with that. Practice good civil obedience and respect police and those kind of authority figures. And 9 times out of 10, you'll be asked to swiftly move along. You know, it's the best way. Have a good one.